Welcome back, denizens of the Omniverse, for episode 6 of season 2 of Percy Jackson. Last episode was probably my favorite of the season so far. I loved our little trip on the island and that resort and everything there with Percy, and of course dealing with the Gorgons and getting out. Not Gorgons, sorry. I just, because they were rocks, my brain was like Gorgons. No, the Sirens. Getting away from the Sirens and getting out back onto the sea. We know where we're heading, and where we left off, I think we were like right where we needed to be, or at least right off the coast of where we needed to be. So, you know, great timing considering Grover has his whole spiel has been outed. His cover has been blown. Actually, his cover was never unblown. Like this guy, Polyphemus, knew the entire time that he was lying about it all, but he knew it would draw in who he needed and all this kind of stuff. So it was a ruse within a ruse within a ruse. And that's where we left off, guys. If you want to see the full-length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon. Over there, you get early access to submit your own comments, questions, or fun facts for you to read. You get the same thing for all the other shows and movies we cover on the channel. You also get suggested and vote on movies to react to each month. It's just a great way to support the channel, help us do things we do over here. But at the end of the day, really appreciate it. Show us a reaction. To least leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if not already, because it really helps these videos out. Huge shout out to the team over at Prepper for helping me edit down these highlights for you guys here on YouTube. And with that all said out of the way, let's get ready to hop into episode 6. Nobody gets the fleece. Here we go. Are they gonna burn it? Is that Tyson? Who is that? Yeah. Oh, wait. What if this is how he gets his first little meet and greet with his dad? Or is he just so dense he just sinks? Or wait. Or no, he'll just be fine, right? Well, there's the bracelet again. God damn it. Rude. So was that the creature that was trailing alongside the boat, or was that something else? Oh, that's lovely. That's not haunting at all. What the fuck? Is it Cronus or Zeus because of the lightning bolt?
In your dream, you said there's a hole on top of the cave. Use his sheep to cover our sound and scent. Get up the hill.
Steal the fleece and throw the rope down to Grover, I know.
So what's wrong?
My vision just got an update. Got DLC just happened.
I thought Cronus was there, but...
Okay.
Then I saw a different face.
Okay, what'd he look like?
She.
Wait. Wait. I could not tell who that was. That Thalia?
It was Thalia, wasn't it?
Well, there we go.
My mom always said that the thing that she liked about dreams is that they never lie. Like, you may not understand what they mean, but they always tell the truth.
But if that's what's to come, I mean, well, bunch of dead kids, but 2, she's not a tree anymore. That's a positive, maybe. We don't know that she had anything to do with what happened to those kids. What if what Luke did was to turn her back?
The gift of living alone, to rely on only yourself.
All right, Thanos.
I have made this island a world unto itself. My world. All outsiders are enemies or food.
Either or. You know, just depends on my mood.
If you don't trust nobody, then you live. You mortals can't see that even with all your eyes.
For someone who likes to be alone.
I like how it says all your eyes when they all just have an extra one. He makes it sound like every individual person has so many eyes.
Being alone is not the same as silence, little demigod. Or loneliness. I will add your voices to my collection.
I'm sorry, what?
To keep the conversation
Oh, what the?
Stimulating.
His shovel was melting.
From Truff.
I learned of things like classic rock and anime.
Where'd you learn to use the fleece to lure satyrs here? How'd you know it would give off the same scent as Pan?
Who do you think brought the mighty artifact in the first place?
Pan was here?
What?
Why would he do that?
Let not the intentions of the lost god concern you, little satyr.
You know what I think?
I love listening to him talk. Just his regular voice.
Heroes will cross oceans to save their friends, to be together again. And when they do, I'll be ready. That's why I kept you alive as bait.
Yup.
Their voices will join yours in my collection soon enough.
Tricky little bastard, man. The fuck is that? Who's calling right now?
You're alive.
Hello, hi.
I knew it. Is that Polyphemus' island? Listen,
What's it to you?
isn't like other Cyclopses, he's cunning, and you're on his territory, which gives him a big edge over.
I don't need your advice.
He's still trying to look out for her in some way here.
I'm just wrong about everything, no matter what I say.
Not everything.
What if he wants the fleece not for Cronus, but for Thalia?
Kronos has already changed you. You can't even see how much of yourself you've lost. I just wish.
Oh, god damn it.
You wanted to warn us about Polyphemus.
Polyphemus is leaving his cave right now. Luke's working an angle. You know that, right?
Well, what if there is still good in him?
What was that all about? Why are you wasting so much time on Annabeth Chase?
You wouldn't understand, you psychopath.
I decide what's important, and that wasn't about her.
Then what was it about?
That was recon.
Maybe Percy's right. Good thing there was 2 fresh skins just for them to use. What if there had been none there? Would they just be crawling alongside them
And stay quiet.
without cover?
Think woolly thoughts.
Holy what?
What? Oh my god, they're actually doing it. Or she did. Oh. Okay, listen. He's got good hearing, like y'all said. I'm sure he could, especially with his mimicry, make out a fake bah. Like the sight you might be able to get by with, but I would not try to make a noise of any kind. Yeah, that's gonna be rough on the knees, for sure. Oh, we just gave up on the whole go with the sheep aspect here. He's baiting you. I think he's fully aware they're here.
Percy? It's a trap! It's a trap!
Yeah.
It's too.
I'm sure he would have heard them mumbling like that as well, based on what we've heard so far or seen so far. Both?
Clarice is alive. She's down there with him.
What are you doing? What are you doing? No, no!
I don't know. Maybe I'm overestimating how good his hearing is. Oh! Yo! Oh, hey! Now you can cut your way out. Oh!
We barely have enough time to get Grover. And now we gotta bring up 2 people before he returns to the cave.
Can always leave Clarice.
I would line up with her,
Let's go.
her, reading. Her prophecy.
Okay.
And they're still tied up.
He'll be back any minute. Let's get them out, get the fleece, and then get out of here.
Shut your mouths! Because we've seen how sensitive Tyson's ears have been this entire time, too. That's not the real fleece. He painted one gold. That's why he was melting the shit earlier. fuck.
Percy!
Yeah, you better. Oh, God.
Percy! It's a trap!
No shit!
This place is a fake!
Oh, I thought he was gonna chuck the rock at him for a Oh, hello. Nice.
I'm not dreaming. You're really here? Not a dream. Nightmare, maybe.
Reunion's over.
Fools! The only way out now is through me.
Well, you're up there. What about the front door?
You missed one, big guy. Guess your eyesight is worse than they say.
Reveal yourself, little demigod.
No.
Which of the gods sent you?
Nobody sent me.
Nobody.
That's right, nobody. Do you remember him? How embarrassing it must have been to have Odysseus trick you into thinking his name was nobody.
Play into his anger. Oh, what is this? What now? God damn it. Well, joke's on you. Go for it. Go for it. It's not the real one. What if she's gonna like lead him off a cliff or something?
We need to find the Fleece, the real one.
What's
She's
he
buying us
smell?
time. She'll know to keep her distance from him.
He must have stashed it in here when we were passed out. Wouldn't have risked hiding it.
All right, he can pick up the scent of it, right?
Grover?
That's what he's doing. He can find the real one. But then again, can't they track the real one too? Because that's what those ones were after. They were getting the pings off of the strands of it. Yeah, he's gonna put it together. Yeah, okay. If only it was dry, then he would have made off with the fake. You've been had. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Why does she take her hat off? It's not like it has a cooldown. Hell, should have taken the staff as well, tripped his ass.
The golden fleece. The real one.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't have... Well, would it have? Would it turn it invisible too if she was running around with it? Not done yet.
All right,
Yeah, no, we still got like 10 minutes, I think. 10, 15 minutes, something like that.
Okay, this isn't working.
got a better idea, genius? He's coming. You ready?
The boulder, that's why. Never mind. Not an easy way to get in here. Or enough to get out, rather. That's why. Okay. That's why. Oh, whoa. Go! Oh, God! Too bad y'all don't have Herculean strength. Dude, he fucked her up.
Get away from her!
Tyson.
Oh, let's go.
Step aside, little brother. I have no desire to hurt you. These mortals belong to me.
That's not how that works.
Ukotos. Percy's not like you. He's a hero.
Aww. Wrestling time. He's so much bigger than him, though. But his eye works.
I don't want to hurt you.
You hurt me.
Yo, whoa. Let's go. Well, I mean, he's okay. okay in the water, right? Wouldn't they both be all right in the water then? Or whatever. You know what? Sure, he's fine.
Don't touch her! Luke, you better not hurt her! Annabeth!
No, he still does care about her, doesn't he?
She's dying.
We can use the fleece to heal her.
You have it?
I don't think this was his plan, but this will give it to him.
Clarice, we need to give the fleece to Luke.
And like they've said in the before, his flaw is he will do anything to save his friends. And that's why he shouldn't have been on this quest.
Open another one inside the cave and let us out so we can bring Annabeth the fleece.
I can't. Only one person can go through, and I already used it. Percy.
It's him trying to negotiate to not have to hand it to him. Yeah, and he's going to.
Clarice,
I'm not giving it to him.
even to save her life?
I'm not sacrificing the quest. She would know that this is bigger than any of us.
You said you'd never let another warrior fall in the battlefield.
Oof, yeah. And you can prevent it right now.
Annabeth is a warrior, just like you.
Oh, well, didn't allow her that choice. Well, he could easily just run off with it now, though, but I really don't think he will. Okay, yeah, he is going to help her first. Maybe? Okay. See, he's not all bad. And then he just stabs her.
Is she okay?
Or he's just, wait, is he just gonna take them both?
She will be.
Fuck. Whatever.
You killed us.
Tyson will come back. He'll open the door, and then we can leave.
You probably killed Annabeth too. Great job, hero.
Clarice, come on, he had to.
Yeah! Let's go!
Hey, I'm
Tyson, I know. What happened to Polyphemus?
He won't bother anyone again.
What does that mean? Did you kill him? Or whatever that creature was has him contained?
Luke took Annabeth. I could have gone after them, but you were here.
No. My boys. Oh. At least you all have each other right now. But no, really, what happened to Polyphemus? I want to know.
I thought I'd never see you again.
I always know I'd see you.
Where'd Luke go?
That way.
Damn! How the fuck?
We get them back.
Yeah? How do we get off the island?
The charm. Oh! What the fuck is that?
Guys, meet Rainbow.
Meet Rainbow and his friends. I'm sorry, what did you say?
4 hippocampi.
Hippocampi. Is that what was like riding alongside them on the way here as well? All right, let's go. Again, another banger episode. And I love how these things are falling into place. Not exactly her prophecy just yet. Like, here was her tombed and stuff like that with no friends. Or whatever the hell it was. I don't remember the exact wording anymore, but things are deviating, things are different. Or, again, we just don't know yet. Because we're not there yet. You know, this could be a deception, you know, the whole, like, the tomb of stone or whatever it was. Because we're also dealing with the sarcophagus, which was made of stone as well. She could end up in that in the future when Kronos is resurrected or whatever. But yeah, I'm wondering, because, like, okay, Luke is, obviously, he believes in, I think he believes in what Kronos is wanting to do because of what the gods have done to them. But I do think he's balancing that, like, he hasn't completely lost himself in the way that Percy believes. Percy's pissed. And he doesn't know him in the way that everybody else does, so he doesn't have that lingering attachment, but I do think there is something there. He believes, he's a believer, seemingly, in whatever that is they're working towards, but that doesn't mean that he also doesn't actually care about his own kind, let alone Annabeth. You know, he did go out of his way to save her, but he also, he isn't healing her fast enough, but, you know, I'm not just going to leave it here. I got to get going. So he took her and the fleece, so we can do both at the same time. I also wonder, since we saw Thalia in Percy's vision, this new update to his vision, the recent patch notes now say, she might be coming to camp. Now, are all those kids, were they dead, or were they paralyzed or something, or I don't know. But yeah, that's why I was like confused by the cloak and then lightning being shot out of the lantern at Percy. I thought maybe it was going to be Zeus, and then like, because the gods can transform themselves physically and appear however they want to appear as. Obviously, we know Lance Reddick, rest in peace. You know, he was Zeus. I wasn't sure if that was going to be their way of recasting, and it was just Zeus coming in, not Cronus. Again, this is whole like the Zeus and Cronus kind of back and forth thing. You know, we've talked about it before earlier in the season as well. But no, I mean, it's the daughter of Zeus. She is coming back, and again, part of me is wondering if what Luke has done, and another ulterior motive for the fleece is to heal Thalia, to untreify her. I wonder if she's going to be reborn or brought back to her original form in some way. You know, when they were talking about healing her with the fleece, that was the plan, was like, maybe it'll heal, it'll cure the tree. It'll patch up the tree. So we'll patch up the barrier. But what if the fleece, by healing her, cures her of that curse? Again, that could have been what he stabbed her with, could be doing that as well. But if she's no longer the tree, then that's one way to permanently remove the barrier for the camp as well. So it could serve a multitude of different purposes. But yeah, we had a little Scooby-Doo, little fun, little zany Looney Tunes little adventure here with them pretending to be sheep for a moment, while he let them think that, he had no idea what was going on. But he was like way too far away, given he needed to be outside of their eyes, their range of sight, just otherwise they wouldn't feel safe enough to continue. So I guess that's valid. But him no, just running up the hill from so far away was kind of funny. But God, him just backhanding Annabeth, almost freaking, it would have killed her. It would. They don't have like demigod durability, unfortunately. They're not semi-immortal like Hercules. It's a struggle, man. But it was a fun freaking episode. And also just like the whole, again, because Percy is who Percy is, like his whole flaw is he will do anything for his loved ones, his friends. And by doing that, by Annabeth being in this position, he handed over the thing they needed to protect everybody for her. And now all of it's gone. Both are gone. Probably one of the main reasons he, because of the great prophecy or what it was, they didn't want him to be out here, because they probably knew that very same thing. Pretty interesting how all that kind of came into play. But and then him and Clary's coming at Oz because she desperately, for validation, needs this win. And I wonder how that's going to go as far as her arc for this as well, because I do think there's going to be more coming from that as well. That puts her at odds with her father more and more. But yeah, solid episode. That's about all I've got at the moment, at least. Oh yeah, hold up. Before we get into the patron stuff, I want to say, Tyson pulled out all the stops. Again, got questions about what exactly he saw. I presume, I guess it's these hippocampi that was following our ships, and then now here. I thought for a second maybe it would be his mom, like the naiad that was his mother or something like that. But then, it made me wonder why, He kept throwing the charm back. The charm kept coming into play. So I guess that was like a legitimate protection charm of some kind. Otherwise, it's just they just keep fixing on it. Maybe because they're just I don't know. Anyway, that's the only other thing I would think. He did fucking. And what did he do to Polyphemus? Did he kill him? He gets swept away, taken away. He's like, you don't have to worry about him. He won't be bothering anybody anymore. What the fuck? What did you do? What happened? I want to know. But God, he gave him a one. Anyway, now that's all I got. Let's go to Patreon. We got a couple actually for this one. All right, Kaylee McRae. I did it right this time. What do you think of Luke's actions this episode? I love his actor's portrayal of his expressions when steeling himself to do something bad. Yeah, you can definitely tell when he needs to like bring it down and persevere forward for his goal. You see him like burying and swallowing certain emotions to get what he needs to do done. But that shows that they are there, at least. And he does a really good job at that. The struggle, you can see it going on. Also, him struggling before deciding to take Annabeth with him. How long do you think he is going to be able to try to have it both ways with his morality? How far is Kronos and this mission going to push our child of Hermes? Is Hermes correct in saying that it's not too late for Luke? Or is Percy correct that it is too late for him? Considering he used Percy's fatal flaw to take the Fleece and Annabeth away, it's a good question. It's a good question. I don't know that he necessarily knew specifically about Percy's flaw, but they were in a situation where it was the only option, and Percy, being who Percy is, utilized it. I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to say really where that line was, but there's good in him. But I do think that he's going to eventually cross a line that is either going to make it impossible for him to come back, or he'll like have like a Darth Vader moment in the end. I don't know. I don't know if we get him back by the end of all of this, because there's got to be consequences to his choices. I would say. As far as how long can he try to like ride the fence with his morality? I can't say probably much longer. You know, once they get the Fleece there, once Cronus is probably out, there's going to be this moment of no return, this point of no return. I imagine whatever that's going to look like. I have no idea. But right now, like he could definitely go either way. But I think given the way this is all playing out, I think eventually, I do think there's going to be a point where there is no coming back. I don't think we're there yet, though. But I do think that eventually, I think Percy will be right in the long run. But Annabeth because like clearly he still cares about Annabeth, and this dream, you know, like Percy said, like, they don't lie, even if we don't understand what they mean yet. I mean, Thalia might come back as well, and then what side is she going to be on when this is all said and done? How's she going to feel in the end about being turned into a tree? She going to be extra pissed? I don't know. Got a lot of questions about how that's going to go. I'm very uncertain, but I'm curious to see how it all unravels. Sabrina Buscemi, how far would you go to save a loved one or friend? I mean, it depends on the scenario and what I can actually do in those moments. I would do anything and everything I could to save somebody I love, close to me or whatnot. I mean, hell, not even like another human being, but like when, honestly, you know, by the end of it, obviously we didn't get her back, but you know, when Mimi came in paralyzed a few months ago, I was like, I gotta go. I had like 2 hours of my shift left for work, and I was just like, I'm leaving right now. Like, and I loved her to death, man. I still get choked up over it, you know, still, like, you know, but like I dropped everything immediately, put it all away, went to the vet, went to the place, drove 2.5 hours to Columbus to see a specialist, all the things in the same evening. That's what I could do. And at the end of the day, they were like, there's nothing we could have done, but that was the most I could have done at that point anyway. So like, I don't know if that's a good recent real example that I've been at, and anything I can do, I will. for sure. So I don't know. When you put somebody against another person, though, that's when it gets real messy, and then that calls into question a lot of different things. If you're put in a situation where it's one or the other, now that would be fucked. But that wasn't the question. Luna Lee asks, what would you say your fatal flaw is? I think we talked about that. Somebody asked this last week, during the Cersei episode. I don't remember what I said. And how do you think they're doing in terms of portraying that in the show so far? And how do you think this will impact the story or the prophecy going forward? I think I covered that talking about this in the episode earlier a little bit, but I think it's just like my empathy is my biggest weakness. Honestly, I don't remember what I said last week. And again, my feelings, my thoughts can change on a whim. So I apologize. I don't remember what I said. But I'd say like my empathy is a big fucking weakness for me. So much so that like negativity, even like negativity in a zone or somebody else is having a bad day, that will make me have a terrible day. Like that will impede my ability to feel joy in any kind of moment, and it'll bring me down and swamp me. And because of that, I will want to rectify it. And then if I can't, I'll beat myself up. Even if it's like impossible, it's not something I should feel responsible for, I will still blame myself or take responsibility, even if it's not my fault directly, if I'm incapable of fixing it. I put way too much on me when it comes to other people and stuff like that. But as far as like Percy's loyalty and his line, like you said, his fatal flaw is like he will do anything and everything for his friends. And because of that, they didn't complete the quest right now, and the enemy has the Fleece, and Cronus is closer to being resurrected. And it's like, again, he's potentially a choice he makes will bring the downfall of Olympus, is what the other prophecy says as well. And this just kind of puts it even further into the realm of why they were wary of ever letting him know about any of this to begin with. Then we have Jack's World. Do you see the actions taken by Percy, Clarice, and Luke at the end of this episode all properly justified from each of their point of views, and how their actions shape the way that you view each of them moving forward? I mean, yeah, I get where everybody's coming from. I understand why Percy did what he did. He did whatever he needed to do to save Annabeth. That was number one priority in his mind. And he tried to do it without literally handing Luke the Fleece, but Luke wasn't budging on coming in there or letting them out, or portaling in there and letting them out, and he had to do it. Clarice, I get it. Like from hers, it's like all like she's thinking about the bigger picture in the way that, like she said, Annabeth would, and I do believe Annabeth would kind of probably side with her in this moment. But also you got to look at it from her perspective as well. Like she's neglected. She wants approval. She wants a quest. She wants to succeed. She wants to earn her place in this world, her father's attention and praise, all these things that they're just groomed to desire. So I get what she was doing. She put the mission above everybody else because that's what's important, the big picture. And again, with Luke, from his point of view, like, yeah, he thinks he's saving the world by making the world a better place by siding with Cronus, because he grew up in Zeus's world. And he didn't like Zeus's world, and that world didn't like him either. I get where everybody's coming from, and I think it's just like it's one of those situations where I understand why everybody's doing what they're doing, even if none of those things mesh up very well or neatly at all. And I love when things do that. When you're like, oh yeah, maybe I wouldn't have done that, and I get it, or whatever, but I get it. And do you think there may be something deeper to the conversation Polyphemus and Tyson had prior to the fight about humans being no different than the humans can oftentimes also be monsters? I mean, yeah. I mean, they're 100% right. I mean, it goes back to what Percy was saying on their walking the street, like when they're walking down the street with him and Tyson in the first episode, when he was just, he's just talking about everything, and they're like, they view them as these evil, vile things, but it's just because they haven't taken that time to learn, to get to know them, to look at them in any other way. And when you don't do that, humans are just that to them, or demigods are just that to them, because they're this other species that think they're above it all, and they're wiping you out. They don't care about your lives, this, that, and the other. From their point of view, yeah, they're the monsters. And just because they look different, that's what we all base it on, right? Even like Percy had to like shake himself from using the monster word when with Tyson, because it's different when you get to know them, spend time with them, and look at them as just another living entity. There's definitely something to be had there, especially when he was like, he chose to be alone because he was done with all the bullshit. You know, the only people he can converse with is the voices he collects and the conversations he has, so he can control that narrative, so he can control that reality, because outside of that, it's fighting for survival against your own, against other people, just seeking glory or whatever. You know, it's a fun little thing to come back on. And again, it goes into a lot of the different things that this show's kind of tackling, especially the season, about like these different little ethical and moral dilemmas. And then finally, we have I'm a Leo. What do you think Percy's vision of Thalia means for our heroes? Is it perhaps a warning to Percy about his own path, or is there something else there? Right now, I think it's just straight up pretty dead on what we saw. I think Thalia is going to be she's going to be resurrected. She's going to no longer be the tree, which means the camp is going to be completely vulnerable without a shield. And I think she's going to be siding with Kronos, which is why he's like, I thought it was Kronos, but then it was a girl under the hood, and it was Thalia. I think she's going to side. I think it's going to further fracture this idea that Annabeth had with Thalia, she's going to join. She's probably going to be resurrected. She's probably going to remove the shield by being resurrected, and she's going to join Luke, and that's going to just make it more difficult for our crew. And that's why it's like it's all going to lead to one thing. Do I think the whole camp's going to die as a result with like what he saw with those dead bodies? I doubt it, but I don't know how else to read that either. But I do think that's what I'm leaning towards right now, at least. But that's all I got. I'm going to leave it there for now and pass it off to you guys. What did you guys think of this episode? How do you feel about everything yourselves? I'd love to know your all's answers as well. So sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If you did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if not already. Remember, if you want to see the full-length reaction, get early access, submit your own comments, questions, or fun facts, you can do all that over on Patreon. And speaking of before we go, I want to shout out Lily Chen, Son, Kiana Chanel, McGreg, Angela Burr, Calvin Brindley, CP Bassler, Theodore Wolf, Amy Becca. Thank you guys so much for becoming saviors here on the channel, helping sponsor, support the rescues I'm taking care of. You guys have been a tremendous help with all of that. Thank you guys so much. It's vaccine renewal time for all of the cats, so we're starting to cross those off, and you guys again are a huge your assistance means the world. It helps so much with all of that, and especially I want to give a huge shout out to all of our channel legends. You and the patrons allow us to do so much of what we do here on the channel at the scale and the scope, and you covering these shows, and we would not be able to cover Percy Jackson right now in the way that we would without you guys. So you guys are keeping this channel going with the amount of content that we cover, and yeah. So thank you guys so much for that, and huge shout out to you guys here on YouTube, because y'all we wouldn't be here. But that's just video, guys. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.